fell in love with her when I was 16. On that weekend we drove to Sullivan to stay at her grandparents' farm. We were locked out of the house in her mama's old car, and the rain came pouring down. She fell asleep in my arms, and I made a vow that night, no matter what, I would love her for the rest of my life. But life's not always fair. Another man stepped into her life to break my heart. The day she married, I cried all day and into the night. I prayed to God, please help me make this right. That girl is supposed to be my wife. In my mind I married her that night. That was the night my guardian angel cried. I felt her tears falling on my face. My mother came in my room and said, "You gotta stop this, son, you're gonna be sick. She doesn't love you anymore, but I still love her." I cried, how can I stop? Tell me, how can I stop? The marriage was short but too late for me, as I went off to a jungle war with bullets flying. They were so close to my head. Here I was in the jungle in a horrible war where so many friends, married and with children, had died in my arms as I lay there in the swamp in the freezing cold monsoon rains. I hadn't received a letter from her in a long, long time. It was on that night that I prayed, please God, let me die. I can't take this anymore, let me die tonight. God must have heard my prayer, then a miracle appeared right before my eyes. There she was walking out of that swamp, walking toward me in a beautiful white gown. Her eyes never once leaving mine, as she stumbled and fell and ruined her dress. Shoes stuck in the swamp, you took it all and threw it away. She walked around behind me, lay down in the mud, pulled her body next to mine, and gave me warmth and held me tight. Told me to go to sleep and she would give me a peaceful night. Now I wanted to live, come back, and ask her to be my wife. Never told her how I risked my life 100 times, taking money for mission where others had died. But in the end I survived now. God was now on my side. I save every dollar to keep a promise that I made to her when I was only 16, to buy her that house that was in our dreams. But I came home to find her in another man's arms. Then on a snow-covered night I stood in front of her house, tears running down my face. I looked up to the heavens and asked God, why did you let me live? And so many other more deserving had died. Why did you let me survive that horrible war, only to come home and find a broken heart waiting for me? In time we drifted apart, but she never left my mind. We met again in 2007 in a parking lot. I wanted to go and visit her mother's grave. I went back many times and made a promise for her not to worry. I'd take care of her daughter for the rest of my life. Took her back to her car, the air thick with what might have been. She said, let me kiss you, but don't kiss me back. How was that possible, darling? carat ring and the largest diamond necklace I could find. Took a picture of her wearing it, smiling, and it made my heart cry. She looked so beautiful, and still does in my eyes. But knowing tonight she won't be in my arms, I asked if she wanted it, but she left it behind. Someone else in her life, and it just wasn't my time. Told myself I'd wait till the end of my days, hold on to the hope through the lonely days and long nights. But I kept all the promises that I ever made. But now at last here I rest in this cemetery, and she's still so far away. Even when two souls were meant to be one, I've always believed that since that day in her mama car and it rained. I fought every battle, prayed for her every night when she was in someone else's arms. But the grave is cold and the waiting is done. Here I lie beneath this stone, and it's cold, and she nowhere around to hold me, keep me warm in her arms like she once did before. I'm just lying here still without her.